If you find yourself procrastinating a lot, you should ask yourself why you're trying to achieve the thing that you're trying to achieve. What's the point of doing it? If you're doing it out of guilt or shame or obligation for someone else, then maybe you're doing the wrong thing. However, if you know that you're on the right track, it's just that you can't get the energy together, you can't muster the drive to move forward, then we have to look a little bit deeper. What's going on with you? What's blocking you? Chances are you're getting in your own way. Maybe you're overthinking. Maybe you're spending too much time analyzing and not enough time actually following through and executing. The problem though becomes that when you think even more, and then you think about what you thought about earlier, which makes you think about what might happen later, and then you're just in this one big messy thought spiral that doesn't actually lead anywhere. Then you do other things to distract yourself instead of actually making progress. Maybe you're one of those people that starts cleaning everything, or maybe you just pull up your phone and watch something distracting so that you can forget about the fact that you're stuck. But neither distracting yourself nor doing some busy work to try to block up your time will actually resolve the issue here. Instead, what I want you to do is make a plan. Chunk it. Don't try to do all this stuff all at once because you're probably overwhelmed. There's too many different moving pieces and there's this huge end result that you're trying to get to, and it's probably just too much for you right now. That's okay. That doesn't mean that you're weak. That doesn't mean that you can't handle it. It's just that you're trying to lift all of the weight all at once instead of distributing it evenly and then carrying it in manageable chunks so that you can get to the end goal. Take a look at your day and be generous with yourself. Ask yourself, how do I actually make some progress towards my goal today? And how much time would I need to complete a certain amount of work? For example, instead of saying this year I need to make $1 million, you could break it up into what you need to make every week. No matter what your target is, it becomes a lot more manageable and achievable when you break it up into bite-sized pieces. And instead of adding more pressure on top of yourself, you should be making your own life easier. So do yourself a massive favor and use this neat little trick. Instead of distracting yourself, instead of doing something else when you don't feel like progressing or planning or moving towards the thing that you want, just sit down and don't do anything. Literally, just stop and sit there until you feel like doing the thing that you're procrastinating on. I promise you that if you remove all stimulation and you put yourself in the spot where there's really nothing pulling your attention anymore, eventually, because your brain becomes so understimulated and because you really will get bored, eventually you'd rather work on it than do nothing at all. That doesn't mean that it's not a good thing to be still and to meditate and to find inner peace, but rather that we naturally want to do something. It's just there's so much going on in the world. There's so much going on in our heads that pull us away from what's actually important. And this is a huge reason for why you get so distracted and why you procrastinate so much. So if you eliminate all of the environmental dangers, then all of a sudden it makes it easy for you to make the right choices. What we're really trying to do here is stack the chips in your favor instead of against you. Instead of fighting yourself, instead of really having to be in inner conflict and turmoil and pressure and tension, we want relief. We want to make it easy to do what you need to do. And the easiest way to create laser focus is by really just letting go, cutting things out. The more that you unwind your attention from different points of focus, the more you can concentrate in one direction. And the more that you focus on one thing, the quicker your progress becomes. Now, I'm not saying that you have to become a crazy obsessive person who only focuses on one thing and doesn't have any form of distraction or any kind of balance or relaxation in their lives. However, a little bit of that obsessive nature, when you really want to get something done, is actually really healthy. It's like a sprint. You do it, and then you finish it, and then you're done. And you don't go sprinting right after your last sprint. You probably have a period of time where you wind down and relax. Think of your life as different seasons instead of just this one universal thing that's supposed to be the same all the time. Often we feel like it's all or nothing, right? Either you're on top and you're crushing it constantly, or you're doing nothing at all. Or maybe you're in that sweet spot of balance and everything is perfect. However, what's truly most likely for the vast majority of us is to be fluctuating somewhere between those stages, somewhere between those places, not stuck in one for the rest of your life. So, if you want to really push yourself and get some momentum right now, block out some time, decide on what chunk you can work on, plan out and really have a vision for the overall big picture of what you need to achieve and break it down so that it's manageable. Let go of any shame, guilt, or pressure that you've put on yourself in the past and give yourself a blank slate to work from, even if you've been falling behind. Because being held hostage by yourself or what somebody else might think will not make you perform any better. Finally, if you want to step up your performance to a whole nother level, if you want personal coaching and mentoring from me one-on-one, then go to erafael.com. You can sign up for a one-on-one consultation with me. We'll talk, see if I can help you. And if we're a good fit, I'll be your coach. I'll support you. I'll help you achieve your goals. And I'll be right there along with you as you crush your goals for 2022. Again, if you want to take advantage of that, just go to erafael.com and hopefully I'll talk to you soon. I hope you enjoyed this one and I'll catch you on the next one.